Alright guys, welcome to the Shaun Jones Fighting YouTube channel. Before we get into the video, for my returning subscribers or anyone who watches my channel on a regular basis, do you notice something different? You notice? Look at this video right now. You should be noticing a super sexy, smooth quality. Ooh, it looks so good. We're taking that production value up a notch. Can we get a like on the video for that? Anyway, guys, I try to be honest on this channel, and to be honest, I was struggling with what to talk about today because we've got a UFC fight card happening tomorrow. It's Robert Whittaker versus Ikram Aliskerov. It's going down in Saudi Arabia, and to be honest, I'm actually really looking forward to this fight. A few other decent fights on here. Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, Gastelum versus Daniel Rodriguez. Gastelum is an absolute fat pig. Can't even make 180 pounds. The guy needs to get some discipline. We got Sharon Magomedov coming back, who's an absolute vicious fighter. Johnny Walker, Volkan Ozdemir. This is a pretty good fight card, to be honest. And to be honest, I'd really like to do a video on this, but my channel is not at the point yet where we can cover fight night cards. The video views just wouldn't be worth it. I just need to build up a little bit more of an audience around MMA in order for it to be worthwhile. But instead, what we are actually talking about today are these two gentlemen. We have Mike Perry and Jake Paul again. They had a little bit of a back and forth on Ariel Helwani's show. And for those of you who don't want to watch a 41-minute video, I'm going to do my best to just show you guys the highlights. Now, this fight is incredibly interesting. Mike Perry coming from the Bare Knuckle FC. Jake Paul, obviously, he's been boxing the last few years. Still two completely different sports, though. We're not going to do any predictions. We're just going to sit back and have a little bit of a laugh at what these two lads say to each other.
Yeah, you know, I've had a plan this whole time, and I know Mike Tyson says everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face, but I like getting punched in my face, so my plan is coming together quite nicely.
That's because you're a fucking idiot. What makes me good at fighting is I don't like getting punched in the face, and I practice not to. That's what I'm going to teach you in the sport of boxing, you little bitch. This is not bare knuckle, not a bunch of just old MMA fighters. MMA fighters just running around punching each other bare knuckle like some fucking hooligans.
John, Jake actually had a point there. Jake does his best to not get hit. Mike Perry likes getting hit. That was an all right little comeback from Jake.
You will be terrified on July 20th.
Bro, what's there to be scared of? You're just a Mike appetizer. You're like, before the main course comes out,
you got everything to lose.
You're like
I'm looking to ruin your plan.
A little Mike mozzarella stick just get you right before the main course. Mike Tyson, November 15th. But July 20th, I'm going to show you who your dad is. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny that you've been saying that too, because you're the green one. You're very new to this game, and I'm going to show you how much you don't know. I'm going to teach you a lesson on July 20th. It's a fact, bro. I've been in this game a long time, and you came up and took the easy route. But I appreciate the opportunity that you have. You know, you're 9-1 in boxing, and the only real fight you have was Tommy Fury. I'm gonna do what he did to you, but much better.
Can you even teach lessons? Like, I don't even know if you know how to read.
Oh, so you didn't learn a lot after our first sparring match? You didn't? Because I'm pretty sure you.
Okay, yeah, I forgot they had a sparring match. Oh, this was actually quite some time ago. Mike Perry gave Jake Paul some props for that sparring match, but then Mike has actually said that he was just trying to be kind. Let's listen to what they say about this sparring match.
You didn't learn a lot after our first sparring match. You didn't? Because I'm pretty sure you learned a lot in those last 4 rounds.
You know what happened.
It was. You know what happened. You popped me in the first 2 rounds, but I wanted to feel it. I like to get punched in my face, Jake.
Okay, Mike. You know what happened, brother.
Okay, Jake didn't really have much to say there, but Mike Perry's saying that the last 4 rounds, he basically battered Jake, but Jake seems to be saying otherwise. The thing is, with these sparring rounds, it's very hard to be objective. I think that in the sparring, Mike Perry probably did get the better of Jake Paul. Now, that was a long time ago. Jake Paul has improved leaps and bounds since then. So I hope that sparring doesn't give Mike Perry a false sense of security.
Why take this fight? You're taking it against a freaking dog in Mike Perry. You could have fought any sort of guy out there, but against maybe the most dangerous guy you fought so far.
Man, I'm on a tear. Like, I'm not slowing down for anybody. If people want to delay fights, I got to get my experience in the ring. I love fighting. I love going under the bright lights, and I love putting on shows for the fans, and I will become world champion. But to do that, I need experience. And Mike Tyson is an absolute killer. So I do want to face another absolute killer. Don't get it wrong. I think Mike Perry's funny. It's entertaining and stuff, but he is a savage, and I do respect him as a fighter, and I know how good he is and how tough he is, and I want to challenge myself in preparations for the Mike Tyson. I was scared of going up against Mike Tyson. I was unsure, but this can be almost a stepping stone in the right direction and give me more time in preparation. Hopefully Mike Perry can last and give me some good 8 rounds.
Mike, are you surprised he picked you?
No, I've planned this, bro, since the day we sparred. I sparred him for free. I told him he could get that work. I saw that camera sitting right there when I told him Oh, you kicked my ass, man. That was a father-son moment. I was teaching you a lesson, little green boy. And this will be like my 31st professional fight. So, he's had 9 or 10 professional fights, but not against all professional fighters. I've been fighting high-level professional fighters, top 15 in the UFC for the past, so many years. And then I've beaten up world champions. The past 3 years, I've been on a tear myself, doing it in a way that people are afraid to come and do it and bare knuckle. And, if you think that the gloves are going to change it, I train all day with the gloves, 16-ounce, 18-ounce boxing gloves. And when I put on these 10-ounce boxing gloves, I built myself up to 200 pounds, which is what the weight class is at cruiserweight. And when I punch much harder with a 10-ounce boxing glove on than I do bare knuckle. I mean,
wait there. This fight's at 200 pounds. Oh, damn, cruiserweight. Wow. Okay. Right. Oh, my days. So Jake has got a little bit less weight to lose then, getting down to 200 pounds as opposed to 180, 185. Also, Perry said, I seen that camera, Jake, when you was filming us sparring. Jake, release the footage. Release the footage. Send it to me. Send me some exclusive footage like Eddie Hall did.
Jake, can I ask you, when was the sparring session and what is your recollection of this much talked about session?
Yeah, look, I mean, it was probably 3 years ago now, and I was still just learning boxing, probably in my second year of boxing, and worked him all 5 rounds when I was just a jit. And that's why I know I'm going to be able to knock him out, because I'm just a completely different fighter. And I already beat his ass in sparring and made him my son. And he's even admitting to that. And he's saying he has a plan, but we don't believe it. We just don't believe it. And July 20th, I'm gonna show the world the sparring session live.
Is that what happened, Mike?
Well, first of all, it seems I hit him hard enough, because I know he was ducking and running the whole 6 rounds. So it seemed when I made him duck into my uppercut, he must have forgot that last round, because he had an 8-round fight coming up. And they told me after the 5th, going into the 6th, hey, Mike, this will be the last round. Rounds 1 and 2, he hit me with a good sniper right hand. And I smiled in his face and kept putting the pressure on him. And the next 4 rounds was me smothering him and punching him in his face and making him duck into my uppercuts. So he must have forgot that 6th round. And I was even like, dang, why, you got an 8-round fight. Why ain't we sparring 8 rounds? So he quit on the sparring early because he knew where it was headed. And rounds 7 and 8, that's where I'm looking to put him on the plate, put his head on the skillet.
Who do you believe? I'm inclined to believe Mike Perry. Jake Paul doesn't really come across as the most honest individual. Mike Perry, although he's a little bit wild, he does come across as sincere and honest a lot of the time. Like, Mike Perry truly has that I don't give a F attitude. I like the fact that they're exposing what happened in sparring, but who do you believe? Comment your thoughts down below.
You were afraid to fight Mike Tyson, given who he is. Are you afraid to fight Mike Perry?
No, look, I mean, there's always a bit of fear with every single fight, and it's about harnessing that into your advantage and using it to motivate you and train harder every single day. I know that Mike Perry ends people. He knocked Luke Rockhold's teeth out. I mean, I have to take this guy seriously. And yeah, every fighter would be lying to say that they're not slightly afraid to go into the ring, regardless of the opponent. Fighting in front of a crowd like that brings a certain energy, but you just have to harness it. And I can do that.
No chance. Tampa is my town. This is my state, my city, and we got home court advantage. My people are here, and Tampa's going to turn up and watch me beat on you with all the experience that I have. And I'm going to get that damn Mike Tyson fight. That should be me, but I don't even want to fight old Mike, bro. I know he's still a killer, and it's I ain't trying to take nothing away from Mike. If that's his opportunity, that's his opportunity. But, like, the problem is you got to get through me July 20th and then make it to that November 15th date. And I'm trying to take that away from you. What's that?
You're an appetizer, brother. You're an appetizer. You're a Mike appetizer. Did you move to Florida after private school? Is that when you became a Florida boy?
I'm a public school. I'm a public school goon, and I'm gonna send you back to Disney World or some shit.
Hey, private school or not, if Mike Perry did go to a private school, who cares? Mike Perry, he's about that life. He's a psychopath, so okay, maybe he did go to a private school. Who's asked?
Mike, did you go to private school?
Oh
no, bro, I didn't go to private school. I mean, they tried to call our schools.
that sounded like a lie. He was like, no, bro.
You grew up with money. You're
No,
losing your hair already bald. You're gonna be bald after I punch you in your head and stretch you out.
Probably, bro.
You
Probably.
grew up with money and you went to private school. Us kids at public school, we look at that shit differently because it's just not the same. We at school fighting teachers and shit, trying to figure life out. Everything wasn't just handed to us. I had to fucking fight for everything that I've ever gotten in this world.
Same, brother. And guys like you make themselves feel better when they go to sleep at night by saying that other people got stuff handed to them. My mom was a nurse. My dad was a roofer. I worked for everything in my whole entire life. Blue collar background, probably similar to you, but don't try to make yourself feel better at night by saying, "Oh, this guy got handed things to him."
I poured those walls. I was doing construction since I was 13 years old.
Same.
Hey, fair play to Jake. I can respect what he's saying as well. You know, he's standing his ground.
Mike, do you think he respects you? Do you think he respects you as a fighter? He's fought Anderson Silva and Nathan Diaz and Tyron Woodley twice and Tommy Fury. Do you think that he considers you to be as great of a test as those guys?
Of course. The next one's always the best one. And it doesn't matter. You can respect me. You can try to disrespect me. You can be afraid of me. You ain't got to be afraid of me. I'm going to put these paws in your face and I'm going to hurt you bad. I'm bringing it with me. You can hit me as hard as you want, and I will smile in your face, and I will bleed down your freaking throat. I'm going to shove my nuts in your mouth.
You say I'm going to shove my nuts in your mouth, or his knuckles, but it sounded like nuts.
In the sport of boxing, toughness will get you killed, so...
But the real fact is, when I'm in your face July 20th, and I won't get out of your face, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm in there all night long. You're going to get married to my fist.
I kind of like that. Get all up in there, bro. I do. Yes, I do, bro. I want to be married. I want to be entangled with you forever. I'll even hit you with a little reach around, brother, if you want that.
Yeah.
I'll give you the reach around. What you think about that, brother? Yep. Perry looks serious. He's ready for this reach around.
I like that.
Because I'm ready to go all the way.
I like that.
Hey, you say your hands are bisexual. My hands are all types of sexual. Trisexual, bisexual, asexual, pansexual.
That's what I meant.
You
when
can
I
get it any way you want. Any way you want. Let's get married, bro. Get up all in my face. And I kind of would like it if you put your nuts in my mouth. I'm not even going to lie.
No, did he? As they say. What the hell is this conversation becoming? I don't know. But I'm all for it. Let's embrace the gayness.
Do you think that size will be a factor come the 20th of July, Mike?
No, it won't. If it is a factor, it's because I'm a little smaller, a little faster, and I'm a lot harder. Okay, I'm rock hard. I stay hard all the time. I'm up 200 pounds right now. I've been fighting at 185. I made sure that there is no weight discrepancies for Jake. I wanted him to feel for Jake. There is no hydration clause for Jake. I wanted him to feel as confident as he possibly could. So when I take all this out from under him, there's no excuses.
I'm everywhere. I'm in your head. I'm in your bathroom. I'm up your butt. You can't get rid of me, baby.
More butt talk. Woo. That's the thing. Perry is, in fact, in his prime right now. So that's why I believe this is Jake Paul's toughest test. I believe this is going to be a harder fight than the Mike Tyson fight for Jake Paul. However, Jake facing a former UFC fighter and current bare knuckle fighter in his prime is completely different than Jake facing a boxer in his prime.
You really think you knocked this man out in 3 rounds?
Max 3 rounds. I think it could end in the first, honestly.
Really?
He has so many holes, terrible defense, much different fighter. Nobody's even seen me fight for a year and a half, which is bizarre to think about because I've just gotten 2 first-round knockouts in my past fights. I haven't even been able to get warmed up. And this guy has so many holes and openings in what he does. And so I'm going to expose that. And I have a different kind of power and turning my hips more. That's what my new coach has brought into the equation, using my hip and everything is efficient. All my punches are super efficient and strong. So max 3 rounds, but I believe it could end in the first or second.
Oh, too much talking there, bud. You've been fighting these cab drivers and these fucking fat pieces of shit. You think that you're going to do anything to a real fucking man like me? You lost your mind. If you punch me in my face, I will smile and hit you back.
You pretty much get wobbled in every fight, don't you, though? Like against people who can't even box.
You're crazy, bro. You want to make shit up. Listen, I know Eddie landed that left hook, and that just kind of woke me up. I like getting hit, bro. It's okay. You're going to hit me, and I'm going to fucking laugh at you. I'm not stopping. I'm going to stop you is what's going to happen.
Look, I want Mike Perry to win this, but he does get hit a lot. and he does get wobbled slightly. If a balloon's up, Eddie Alvarez can rock Mike Perry. And okay, it's in bare knuckle. You best believe that Jake Paul is going to rock Mike Perry. The question is, as I said in yesterday's video, will Mike be able to survive those punches of Jake's and then be able to counter Jake and hit Jake back? I don't know yet. I'm not sure who's going to win just yet. Make sure you subscribe for some deep analysis of these two fighters over the coming weeks.
He's tricked the world into thinking he's fantastic. And I've been doing this a long time, and I took the hard, long road. And I'm looking to show everybody what a real fighter is.
Everyone clip that once I beat his ass, and then take this edit and now go to the clip of me knocking him the fuck out.
Jake knows how the internet works.
You soft as baby shit.
Bro, I've seen some babies take some pretty hard shits, bro. That's not even fair to say, bro.
I'm looking to bring him into deeper waters. They asked for only 6 rounds last time for a reason, because it was creeping up on him and I was smothering him, and the platinum pressure will be more this time than ever. And I'm a much, much better boxer than I was. I wasn't even training boxing back then. That was 3 years ago. So I know he's gotten better, and I know I've gotten way better. You're a big, tough guy, and the little guy is gonna.
I'm not even that tough. I'm not even that tough. I was crying last week, bro. I'm not even that tough. I cry like 2 to 3 times a week while I'm listening to Taylor Swift and Lana Del Rey, bro.
I want to make you cry.
Jake can be funny at times.
I want to make you cry.
Mike.
Okay, I'm down for a good cry, bro. Like, you could release some emotions and just let it flow through you. Look, it's raining right now. I could even start. It's starting to rain. I can cry in the rain right now, actually.
No, please don't do that.
That'd be nice.
What the hell? First we're talking about butt stuff and gay stuff. Now we're talking about 2 grown men crying. Oh, okay.
You do your road work, don't you? I saw you running this morning. Fat ass.
I am pretty fat. I do like donuts, Michael. I like donuts.
There was some rumor, some talk of you and Logan as a replacement for Tyson. Was that real?
Yeah, I think it could be interesting. You know, I think Logan's down. I'm down. I think it could be fun. Netflix likes the idea. So we'll see what happens over the next 12 months.
Jake Paul versus Logan Paul on a Netflix deal. That'd actually do pretty good numbers.
Anything you want to say to Mike in closing, Jake?
I love you, Mike.
Mike?
Thank you, Jake. I will love you after.
I love you before. I love you before. I love you always.
Okay,
unconditional
you're
love
not
for
gonna
you.
get a nice me. You're not gonna get a nice me. It's just how I am. I can't even help
So you're
it.
gonna. I mean, I think it's pretty fucked up if you're gonna put your nuts. If you're gonna put your nuts in my face, but you don't love me. Fuck, bro. Am I doing hookups?
No.
The fuck?
Oh, he said nooks, not nuts.
I don't have to love you, brother. I will after.
This
And
is
this is
fucked up, bro.
See,
Mike Perry is actually angry that Jake Paul is talking about love here.
this new
If
generation.
he doesn't love me, I'm done. If he doesn't love me, I'm done.
There he goes. He's gone.
What I liked about this conversation is they spoke about the sparring that they had a few years back. Mike Perry clearly thinks that he got the better of Jake Paul in the last few rounds. Jake Paul disagrees. I'm erring on the side of believing Mike Perry more so than Jake Paul, but both fighters have got better since then. Mike Perry said when him and Jake Paul sparred 3 years ago, he wasn't even training boxing. I think he was even still in the UFC back then, or he just left the UFC. So although he's doing bare knuckle, he's still sparring with 16-ounce gloves on a daily basis, so he's still going to be a decent boxer. But as we say, can he take a punch off Jake Paul and keep moving forward? Jake Paul struggled to get Nate Diaz out of there. And I know Nate Diaz is durable, but Nate is a blown-up 155-pounder, way past his prime. I get the sense that Mike Perry is going to be able to take good shots from Jake as well. But Jake is pretty confident that his technique has got much better. So interesting. Tell me what you guys thought of this video. Who do you think won the sparring? Leave your comments below. Like this video. Okay, peace out. See you tomorrow.